Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for this webinar today. This is Trevor Halsar. I'm a family nurse practitioner and owner of Valley Vital Medicine. We are a functional medicine practice here in Fargo, North Dakota. And I'm excited today to share a little bit with you about one of the really fun therapies that we have here at Valley Vital Medicine called the HOCATT. It is a therapy that I would say has become a favorite for many of our clients. And so I wanted to do a little bit of an informational webinar here today just to explain a little bit more about what the HOCATT is, how it works, and what you can expect when you are here for a therapy and what the benefits are. So we'll go ahead and dive right into it, get started here. First of all, I do have a disclaimer. So this information is for educational information uses only and solely supposed to be used as a self-help tool for your own use. So as a part of this webinar, we are not providing any medical, psychological, or nutritional therapy advice. You should not use this information to diagnose or treat any health problems or illnesses without consulting your own medical practitioner. So always seek the advice of your own medical practitioner and or a mental health provider about your specific health situation. We do have a disclaimer on our website, so I encourage you to check that out. So HOCATT, what is it? It specifically actually stands for something. So first, the H is hyperthermic, O is oxygen, C carbonic, A is for acid, transdermal technology, hyperthermic oxygen carbonic acid transdermal technology. Sounds like a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, but we're going to explain all that here for you in a second. So the history of the HOCATT. So it was initially developed by Andre Hugo Smith in 2002, and the first machines are sold in 2004. As more therapies were added, hundreds of doctors worldwide started using the HOCATT with hundreds of thousands of sessions. The latest, most advanced version of the HOCATT Platinum, which is what we have in our office, was introduced in 2017. It continues to be a leader in the biohacking space. It was designed to potentiate and optimize your biology and body in ways you never imagined possible. It is the ultimate wellness device. So first, you may be wondering if the HOCATT is right for you. So let's go ahead and knock out what some of those potential contraindications are. Now, just because you may have some of these things doesn't mean that you're a firm that would preclude you from doing the HOCATT sauna. So it's important that you have a conversation with your medical practitioner or myself or one of the technicians in our office. So what are some of the potential concerns with the HOCATT? So first, inhalation of ozone could be irritating to some individuals. So we take every precaution to minimize this. You can utilize vitamin C to lower your risk of this, but also we make sure that there's a fan blowing on your face so that it doesn't become a problem. Clients with heart conditions, so we want to make sure that that's really stable, potentially visit with your cardiologist. Any elderly clients should see their cardiologist about using a steam or a far infrared sauna. Pregnancy and breastfeeding are contraindications. Breast implants, fasting and dehydration, history of blood clots or DVTs. It's not for kiddos, although in some cases we potentially could use it. So it's not a firm contraindication. Hypotension, so that's low blood pressure, taking blood pressure medication. So again, not a firm contraindication, but we'd want to make sure that your blood pressures are stable. Any uncontrolled or malignant high blood pressure. Heat insensitivity, so in other words, if you get a little bit warm and you get really, really sick, that might be, the HOCATT might not be right for you. If you're taking diuretics or medications that impair your ability to sweat or increase your health risks from heat exposure, that may be a contraindication for you. Being intoxicated with alcohol or other drugs, of course, is a contraindication. Thyrotoxicosis or hyperthyroidism. So if you have active hyperthyroidism, it would be a contraindication. G6PD deficiency or hemolytic anemia, or organ transplant patients, just because we are actively working on promoting the immune system. So if you have an organ transplant and we are optimizing or improving your immune system, it may cause you to reject your organ transplant. So that's a reason for that. So what are some of the benefits of the HOCATT? So really the HOCATT is what makes it amazing is the fact that there's 10 technologies all in one therapy. So think of it as a super sauna. So within the HOCATT sauna, there is far infrared, there's carbonic acid, essential oil, photon color lights, ultraviolet irradiation, hyperthermia, activated oxygen or ozone, pure oxygen that you breathe or inhale, high intensity PEMF, and also microcurrent therapy as well. So we can put all of these therapies together in one 30-minute session. So what does that mean? It means that it's really, really efficient as far as being able to get a whole body detoxification, a way of improving your circulation, improving your immune system, reducing stress in your body system. We can actually burn up to 600 calories in one session. It can help to reduce stretch marks, cellulite, scars, and fine wrinkles as well. And the HOCATT truly is an absolute game changer in the world of detoxification. So if you have heavy metals that you've been exposed to, environmental toxins, molds, the HOCATT is a great option for you with those considerations as well. Many of you know Mr. Gary Brecka, and so he actually came out in support of the HOCATT sauna as well. And he says that it's one of his favorite biohacking or biostacking devices. He uses it every week and can't get enough. He says it's amazing. It's really good for detoxification, heavy metals, mold, mycotoxins. I feel amazing. I noticed the whites of my eyes got really, really bright white, and my skin just got really clear. And even I feel amazing. So, and frankly, this is what we hear from our clients as well. Now, specifically, women's health can also significantly benefit from the HOCATT sauna, in particular from the use of ozone. So ozone is O3, okay? So oxygen's O2, ozone is O3. So what that means is there's an extra oxygen molecule that carries a lot of potential energy. And when we put it in the body, it can have a lot of beneficial effects. So ozone can be really, really helpful for many of these women's health conditions that you see listed here: endometriosis, ovarian cysts, vaginitis, yeast and fungal infections, infertility, eczema, psoriasis, and weight loss. In fact, we can do ozone vaginal insufflations while you're doing a HOCATT sauna, or a breast cupping for breast health as well. And many women can find significant benefits by doing those therapies. Now, the HOCATT sauna also can be used for sports enhancement and recovery. So in this type of situation, it has been found to increase energy levels, build strength, endurance, and speed. It can enhance weight loss, reduces fat, increases muscle mass with exercise. It can speed up your recovery post-exercise. It enhances your healing for sports injuries and reduces physical and emotional stress. Pretty great benefits, if you ask me. So the HOCATT also supports optimal athletic performance by improving metabolism and heart rate, which stimulates a cardiovascular workout. So by sitting in the sauna for about 30 minutes is equivalent of actually getting your workout in for the day. It helps to support oxygen utilization, respiratory efficiency, increases blood and lymph circulation throughout the entire body, which improves oxygen delivery down to the very cellular levels, which helps to support mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are those battery packs in our cells that help us to store and maintain and optimize our energy use. The HOCATT also helps us to excrete toxins. It modulates the immune system and promotes healing, which can help with regeneration of damaged tissue, enhancing the elimination of lactic acid, which further facilitates faster recovery after exercise and relieves tension. It also reduces inflammation, swelling, and pain, and also reduces chronic joint pain. All things that sound really, really good and really amazing. So let me tell you a real quick story about a young woman who has been coming in lately. She actually was primarily starting to use the HOCATT for cancer therapies because of the detoxification effect with the HOCATT. However, what she found was After doing a few sessions of the HOCATT, she noticed that her knee pain had completely resolved. And so she wanted to continue to keep doing the HOCATT for improving her knee pain. And she actually elected to include the frequency specific microcurrent that's specific for joint pain. And so she's seen real great benefits with that and has it's been a great therapy for her. So just one simple example of that. We also have other marathon racers and runners who have found a real great benefit with the HOCATT as well. So if you're interested or you're going to be coming in for your first HOCATT session, what should you do before you come? Well, it's important that you're really well hydrated. And not just right before you come, but get hydrated the night before. Drink half your body weight in ounces of filtered water. And so make sure you eat something. We do not want you to be fasting when you come in for the HOCATT. It can make you get to have low blood sugars, maybe get a little bit lightheaded. We also don't want you to eat a really heavy meal before you come in. So maybe a light snack or just a normal or a light meal just a little bit before you come would be perfect. Avoid coming to your session when you're just super exhausted, okay? After a really strenuous exercise or not really having any sleep the night before, because that can set up your body just for having a little bit lowered resilience for doing the therapy. Now, like I mentioned before, you can actually burn up to 600 calories in a session. So what that means is your body's actually working a lot and detoxifying during this therapy. So it's important that we come into this in a fairly optimal health. So because the HOCATT stimulates detoxification, thinking about doing a colon cleanse might be helpful. There are certain places in town that offer colonics. Otherwise, you could think about doing a coffee enema at home as well. You can wear normal clothes when you come in for your session. Nothing specific to think about there. So when you get to the office, what you're going to do is you're going to start by filling out some consents. So please come a little bit early so that you make sure that you have a good amount of time for filling those out. And we're going to review your medical history just to make sure that you are a really good candidate for a HOCATT. As a part of that, we're going to get a current heart rate and blood pressure to make sure that you are in good health for doing this therapy. Now, you don't have to see one of our providers when you first come in to do the HOCATT sauna. However, if there are some questions on the consent or on the medical history questionnaire, whether you're a good fit for it, the technicians will certainly let us know, and we will have a discussion about that if we need to. So you'll have a chance as well to ask any questions that you might have. You'll go into the room with the technician to get fitted for the HOCATT, make sure that the seat is at the correct height for you. We'll discuss the process and what you can expect during your session. And really, this is really explaining it quite well, but also the technician will review with you in person. The technician will then leave you in the room so that you can get undressed and wrap yourself in a towel. And when you're ready, the technician will help you to get into the HOCATT and get your session started. The first session is about 20 minutes long. One thing that I will say about this is that we do titrate up the therapy as you go through and do more and more therapies. So once you get in there, the goal really is just sit back and relax. So here's just a little picture of what our HOCATT sauna room looks like. It's a really nice, clean, quaint room. We have some nice soothing music going, and our technicians do a nice job of just making sure that this is a really comfortable experience for you. It's a beautiful room. So there are a few different stages that you'll notice as you go through the HOCATT sauna session. So first, as I mentioned before, the technician is going to get a blood pressure from you. And we'll discuss any setting increases that be made. You may discuss whether a frequency-specific microcurrent might be the most appropriate for you so that we can optimize that for you. And then you'll be left alone so that you can get undressed. Excuse me. The technician will then help you get comfortable in the HOCATT. They'll close the chamber doors. And so as you can see here, Kiesta is in our HOCATT. She is one of our clients, and she has graciously given us her permission to utilize her photo and also her feedback in her use of the HOCATT, and also just her time here at the clinic as well. So the doors then are closed. They're not locked or anything, but the technician will be there with you, make sure that you're comfortable. And then we'll put a neck cape around you as well. You can see the blue part around her neck there. The reason that that's there is because we want it snug around the neck. Now it's not super tight, but it is snug because we don't want the ozone gas from inside the chamber to come up around your face. It can make you kind of it could irritate your lungs, cause you to sneeze or cough. So we want to avoid that. And then the technician will start your session for you. So during your session, there's going to be several things going on. There's going to be steam and far infrared rays that help to heat up the body. There are far infrared pads located in the foot area, and large far infrared pad behind the back area in the HOCATT as well. So far infrared and steam sauna modalities will help to promote sweating, which again helps to naturally detoxify the body. Far infrared penetrates deeply and helps to enhance circulation, while the steam opens up the pores and facilitates the release of impurities. Next, there's going to be carbon dioxide or carbonic acid, which is infused at the beginning of the HOCATT. So that carbon dioxide comes into the HOCATT, reacts with the steam, creates carbonic acid. So carbonic acid is really important in this session because it increases the uptake and delivery of oxygen at the very cellular level. So carbonic acid improves circulation and supports the body's natural detox pathways. Pretty cool, pretty important stuff. Next, after the carbonic acid, so what it's doing, it's promoting blood flow, opening up those pores. So after that, the carbonic acid then is that part of the session is done. And then we start the ozone part of the session. So the activated oxygen or ozone starts as soon as the carbonic acid cycle has ended and continues until the end of your HOCATT session. So because of this, you are going to get so much more out of the ozone because your body's already prepared for it. So transdermal ozone has a lot of amazing effects. It's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, fights parasites, yeast infections, helps with super oxygenating the body. Next, PEMFs can be included as a part of your HOCATT session as well. So high intensity PEMFs can be added to the HOCATT session. And so depending on your health, your goals, we will help you determine whether you're ready to add PEMF or not. All of these modalities can be completely adjusted to make sure that the experience in the HOCATT session is individualized to you. So PEMF, the coils in the HOCATT are built into the chamber walls, which allows for the HUGO, which is the type of PEMF that we have, which is high intensity PEMF, to offer an amazing therapy that is really, really close to the body because it's right behind your back. So PEMF technology stimulates cellular function, promotes overall wellness, and aids in the detoxification process as well. And what PEMF does, so it stands for pulsed electromagnetic fields, and as the fields are generated and created, they actually pass through and into the body and help to charge your cells from the outside. So it actually helps to create an improvement in the amount of energy that your cells have. Now, we also have the ability to add essential oils into the HOCATT. So essential oils of your choice can be added to the HOCATT steam jet, which is kind of down by your feet. So essential oils is infused with steam that fills the chamber during your session. And so there are many different types of essential oils that can be used, and the technician will discuss with you what some of those potential benefits are with each of the different types of essential oils that we have, and you can choose which type you would like to go with. So during the session, there's also full spectrum color lights that fill the chamber. Two lights change color randomly and multicolor crossfades. And so the benefits of this is that it can help with soothing, relaxation. It also helps you to be more balanced and also invigorated. So light has a ton of benefits. And one thing that I learned recently that I thought was really interesting, you know how your eyes have cones in them that see different colors and types of lights? Your skin actually has cones in it as well that has receptors to light as well. So important that we are able to utilize light therapy, and it just helps to further optimize this therapy as well. Now, at the end of the session, the steam is extracted through the large volume activated carbon charcoal destructor. So that will help to break down any ozone that's still in the chamber and will prevent it from being released into the room when the chamber is open. So the HOCATT is the only wellness sauna system in the world that provides a high volume destructor. So pretty cool. So what to do after your HOCATT session? So it's really important that you stay hydrated after your session to help to avoid any detox reactions that might occur. Now, let me say that we don't really see people experience this very much. That's why we start at a lower length of therapy generally for most people, and also titrate up the intensity of the therapy slowly over time. So we can start with fewer of the modalities that we talked about and add them as we go, which is generally the recommendation for the vast majority of people. We also recommend that you don't shower for 2 to 6 hours after your session. The reason for this is it allows your skin to absorb the ozone and the other beneficial molecules that you've been exposed to during the therapy. And if you experience any side effects, make sure that you notify us before your next session so that way we can make any further adjustments to your next therapy. Now, an optimal protocol is 10 sessions twice a week to see what type of benefits you're fully going to experience with this. Now, it can definitely be done less frequently. We have people that come in and do this once a week or once every other week or once a month even. It really depends on you, your schedule, your ability to invest in the therapy, but also invest time-wise and invest in yourself and figure out what's right for you. So I encourage you to please reach out to us. Let us know what questions you have. We would love to be able to help you learn a little bit more about the HOCATT sauna, whether it's right for you, and just frankly see if this is something that just helps you to optimize your health in really impressive, amazing ways. And that really is our goal here at Valley Vital Medicine. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can send us an email at frontdesk@valleyvitalmedicine.com, or you can also give us a call, 701-532-1926. Thanks so much, and we look forward to seeing you soon.